Almost ready, Jen?
I'm ready.
You ready for the podcast?
I hit record this time.
It's Tuesday, you know.
I know. It feels like Monday. Such a Monday
It
Tuesday.
is, because we had that. So why don't you hit the intro and then we can get this thing started. What do you say?
Go.
Let's go. Make it happen.
Welcome to the Where's the Focus podcast. WTF is an entertaining yet educational ride with top guests from every industry. Knowing where your focus goes, your energy flows. Hosted by top-selling author, sought-after speaker, leading coach, and high-level executive in the financial industry, Daniel Manginelli. So, WTF.
WTF, Jen. Here we go. Welcome back to the Where's the Focus podcast. It sounds like one of those little whistly things, doesn't it?
It almost sounds like a drill. Does
it
not?
It does. Like my teeth are getting drilled.
Yes.
Welcome back to the WTF and your cavities. We're going to take out your wisdom teeth today. So I appreciate you hanging in there. Moving into June, and we're almost 1 year in. This is number 50, episode 50 of our weekly podcast. Unbelievable.
No way.
Wait, Jen.
Crazy.
Wait, Jen. What's going on with you? What's new?
What's new?
I do know it's new.
What?
I watched you golf on Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
And
Did you know I won?
That was amazing. I don't know. Did you won?
I did.
Gosh, you can imagine how the others looked if that's
Exactly. I did pretty good for myself.
Actually, you did great. You did great. I was watching.
That might be my new hobby.
Your new hobby's golf?
Yeah.
Well, now we're in.
I'm like a
Now you're going to have to go back.
52-year-old man with no hair, blue eyes.
Hey. Shots fired. Shots fired. And then you pull right up to your theme song.
Can't forget the song.
Oh my gosh. Hey, look, we really need new subscribers and some subscribers. So please subscribe to the WTF this week because it's going to be a good one. Here we go. This week's question. Are you ready for this week's question? This week's question is, what's the cost of success? It's a great question. What is the cost of success? I don't mean a monetary cost. I mean, what is the cost of time, effort, passion that it takes to achieve what you want or who you want to be? I guess in better words is, what is the sacrifice it takes to get to happiness, joy, or achievement? I was told at a young age, if you love what you do, you'll never work another day in your life, or it'll never seem like work if you love what you do. I do agree with that, but it doesn't mean it didn't take massive effort or sacrifice to achieve at a high level. I was reading an article because it was an extra long weekend, Jen. I was reading an article and on each of the entrepreneurs on Shark Tank. You've seen Shark Tank, right? You got all those people that they bid on companies? No?
Oh, yes.
You know what that is. Okay. So they have all the entrepreneurs are there that are highly successful people that are, trying to buy companies, and people are pitching their companies. And I read all their stories of each one of them. It was an awesome article. And each one of them had big risks, big rewards, and a sacrifice in the decisions they had to make to get them where they are. I see many times in life when the struggle gets real, we all look for the easy way out. Any way to bypass the difficulty with the least amount of effort and sacrifice. Nothing great happens without sacrifice. Every day we want to make decisions, not just about business, but life. Things like, I want to golf on Saturday, but my daughter is singing in a recital. Do I give up my needs, my what I want for the right thing? Of course I'm going to go. No. Okay. I give it up. This is an easy one. Obviously you're going to do that because it's the right thing to do. I'm sure what about making phone calls to increase my business? Or do I take the day off because I'm fatigued? What about saying something like, I'm not drinking this month, and I get invited to a really fun party that I know that would be really difficult not to drink? I do know in life the easy thing is not always the right thing to do. To achieve at a high level in business, in marriage, in parenting, your faith takes deciding what you will do or what you will sacrifice. I believe we want to say we want to do the right thing. It usually requires sacrificing instant pleasure. And listen, trust me, when I say I don't always get it right, and the things I have to say to myself to justify the selfish decisions are comical sometimes. But knowing that I'm flawed and I don't have all the answers allows me to forgive myself in my faith and just do better and just be better. And I know when I say the word sacrifice, it's a rough word. It makes you think of, I've got to give up something, or it's I'm not going to be happy if I have to do that. But that's just not true. I guess a better way to put this is when there's a fork in the road and you look at which one is the right way and you look at the other self-gratifying way. Which one? It's easy. It's all about you. Which one do you take? It's easy to say the right one, of course, right? I'm going to go the right direction because that's the right thing to do. Or you're listening to me right now and that's the right thing to do. But later, or this week, you're going to have that fork in the road come up. And I hope you hear my voice saying this: nothing great happens without sacrifice. Life is about decisions. We make good ones and we make bad ones. Hopefully not the bad ones, or don't overtake the good ones, but we make good ones and we make bad ones. All I can hope from today's message is that you realize that being a better person, it takes sacrifice. The instant good for the long-term great. The best stories you listen to or read all have an underlying tone of what was the sacrifice to achieve what that person's calling was. From the books Think and Grow Rich or the best-selling book of all time, the Bible, the pages are filled with sacrifice, and that latter one has a huge sacrifice in it if you read it, just in case. So know that nothing great happens without sacrifice. Jen?
Very true. Nothing great.
Nothing great
happens without sacrifice.
Without sacrifice. You got any forks in the road coming up here that you're going to make the right decision?
I'm sure I do.
Did the drinking one hit home with you a little bit? You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
The going to a party when it's hard.
You're right.
You're like, ugh.
I don't know. The look at you right now. You might be drunk right now. Did you drink?
Oh no!
Aren't you? You're watching your sister's kids right now. I got in studio guests right now over there. Look at that. She got a little gremlin look to her. What kind of babysitter are you? That was an evil look over there.
Me evil.
Wow. You might start drinking. Listen, when it comes to the fork in the road this week, choose the right way. You know the right way in your heart. You really do. You just have to trust it. So until next week, my WTFers, have some fun and make dreams come true.